Let's talk about Meghan. She loses. This is brilliant. There is one good thing about the riots. Meghan Markle has lost her chance to shine as the LA Natural History Museum cancels a glam gala as riots turn LA into a war zone. Why was she going to the Natural History Museum? Because she's passed.
Picture this. Spotlights sweep across a dinosaur bone atrium while a live string quartet saws out Beyoncé covers. Paparazzi line the marble staircase like vultures in tuxedos. And somewhere in that glittering chaos, Meghan Markle rehearses the words, "Thank you for this incredible honor." Then, hours before the first flute of champagne can fizz, organizers fire off a single email and the whole thing collapses.
And guess what Meghan was all set to do? You know what she's like when the British royals do anything, particularly Kate or William, but King Charles as well, when they do something that's going to make the papers, Meghan invariably tries to upstage them.
No red carpet, no applause, just sirens in the distance, and a duchess left checking Instagram for answers. What happened?
So guess what she was all set to do this weekend? She was going to attend a ball called the Night of Wonder at the Natural History Museum in...
Yeah, we wonder how she got invited.
Yeah.
Was Los Angeles really too dangerous for gowns and speeches? Or did Hollywood finally decide Meghan's halo had lost its shine? So let's just unbox how a single postponed gala morphed into a public dissection of brand Sussex, and why even a royal title is no match for reputational risk. Before we dive into the autopsy, remember one stat. Meghan's canceled coronation delivered 8 seconds of pure whiplash. Exactly the kind of emotional jolt YouTube algorithms feast on. Let's turn that jolt into narrative rocket fuel. For the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County, the Night of Wonder Gala is pure oxygen. $25,000 tables, corporate sponsors that underwrite a quarter of its community science budget, and a guest list that once included Jane Goodall and astronaut Jessica Watkin. Behind closed doors, Archewell staff courted the board for months. It was convenient then that one of Meghan's attorneys holds a voting seat on that very board.
We actually do know why she was going to be there, Kevin, because her Los Angeles attorney is on the board.
They locked in Dior fittings, commissioned a custom Ammonite trophy, and booked a Netflix camera crew to stitch the evening into equity in action. A sizzle reel meant to relaunch Meghan's activist persona. Back-of-house gossip says her styling budget alone hit $125,000. 6 gowns were couriered to Montecito. Each color matched to the gala's shifting light scheme. Smoky quartz for incandescent, desert topaz in case they pivoted to candlelight. The museum's development team projected $11 million in earned media, enough to offset rising insurance costs and then some. The plan was airtight. Until it wasn't. Yes, LA was tense. Immigration raids near Union Station triggered rolling protests. TikTok lives showed marchers threading past Crypto.com arena, while helicopter rotors thudded overhead. Governor Newsom okayed 400 National Guard troops, and the museum cited public safety in its midnight statement. Yet the same weekend, the Academy Museum's Sound and Vision premiere and a Lakers charity banquet sailed on with beefed-up security. Lawyers noticed the angle. The gala's contract included a force majeure clause for civil unrest. More intriguing, planners had added a sentiment analysis rider. If negative social media chatter spiked, they could pull the ripcord cost-free. The day before the gala, hashtag Meghan hypocrisy spiked 42%. Spreadsheets flagged red, and the museum ducked for cover. Digital outrage had acquired the force of an earthquake evacuation order. At 3:14 a.m., Meghan's bio vanished from the gala website, replaced by a meek note about community resilience. Not a rain date, not a live stream alternative, radio silence. Donors felt the chill. One pledger threatened to yank $2 million unless the Duchess was dropped, calling her too polarizing for paleontology. Faced with choosing between fossil restoration and Sussex stardust, trustees hit delete. Meghan's comms team could rage privately, but any public fury would stoke the diva narrative. Silence made her look resigned. Lose-lose. British breakfast shows sharpened the contrast. Split-screen footage of King Charles reviewing troops alongside Meghan in athleisure, grabbing cupcakes in Montecito. When your crown is self-bestowed, every absence looks like exile. Silence left a comedy vacuum.
Because of the Los Angeles riots. So she's going to have to come up with some sort of other way of upstaging the king. What do you imagine she'll come up with, Kinsey?
Maybe she's going to do the hokey pokey on Instagram next time. She's already crossed twerking off the list, but we have the chicken dance left. There's the Macarena. I think that there are plenty of options for dance numbers that Meghan could pursue online.
Saturday Night Live's Colin Jost filled it first. The museum postponed until they can exhibit a rarer fossil, Meghan's Spotify contract. The crowd roared, the clip trended, and hashtag Jurassic Snub was born. Talk TV's Kinsey Schofield piled on, calling the gala a shiny paperweight in search of a resume. Reaction YouTubers stitched those jokes into monetized rants. TikTok creators compared Meghan's philanthropy stats to Dolly Parton's, daring followers to spot the difference. 10 meme punches landed for every earnest defense, and the Duchess's cultural capital bled in real time. Why did one postponement trigger a feeding frenzy? Because Meghan's recent resume reads like a warning label. Spotify cut a $20 million deal after Archetypes sputtered at 12 episodes. Executive Bill Simmons publicly called the couple grifters. Netflix's With Love, Meghan opened to 526,000 U.S. households and sub 40% completion rate. Ouch. Charity optics? Senta Bale's chair accused Harry of bullying. Archewell spent only 25% of its 2024 intake on programs, well below the nonprofit gold standard. Executives talk in spreadsheets. Q-score dives, skip rates rise, brand risk balloons. One studio head likened hiring Meghan to ensuring a floodplain mansion during hurricane season. Possible, pricey, and only if desperate. To salt the wound, the gala was slated opposite King Charles's Trooping the Color, his triumphant return to public duty after chemotherapy. British tabloids framed Meghan's speech as counter-programming, and when her event vaporized, the monarchy scored a PR shutout. Royal watchers maintained spreadsheets of past coincident Netflix trailers dropping hours before William's Earthshot, podcast releases on Princess Charlotte's birthday. Whether conniving or coincidence, the pattern fuels suspicion that Meghan's compass points reliably toward center stage, even when someone else already stands there. Hollywood remembers numbers. Variety insiders leaked that two Markle-pitched series, a climate cartoon and a foodie travelogue, were paused pending brand recalibration. Casting directors now flag Sussex clauses that budget extra crisis management if Meghan appears in press. Event planners relocated a Malibu Children's Hospital fundraiser 60 miles north when rumors spread Meghan might keynote. Donors didn't want picket lines at the valet stand. Q-scores tell the tale. Plus 16 in 2020, minus 31 by early 2025. Star power became star hazard. Archewell insists a renaissance is imminent. Regenerative textile fashion line, maternal health docuseries, a Lemonada-hosted podcast comeback. But the couple's Montecito lifestyle reportedly burns $1.8 million a month. Streaming residuals don't cover it. Crisis consultants prescribe a 3-year low-profile rebuild. Hard to swallow when fame is both currency and addiction. Reinvention is possible. Ask Robert Downey Jr., but it demands humility, relentless output, and time. YouTube, sadly for Meghan, is allergic to quiet phases. A 65-million-year-old fossil dodged controversy more gracefully than a modern duchess. The Night of Wonder implosion isn't a scheduling hiccup. It's a flashing red arrow at a brand stuck in free fall. Can Meghan Markle pivot before the echo becomes an epitaph? Drop your verdict below, hit subscribe for more untangled truth, and keep notifications on. Because if fossils teach anything, it's that extinction isn't an event. It's a process. Right now, the clock on brand Sussex is ticking louder than the T-Rex skeleton Meghan never got to stand beside. So tell us, heroic reinvention ahead or final flame out? The unraveling has just begun.